for you even when teams lack it. So tonight's first kit is a rather interesting one, I'm going to say, from a kit perspective. And I think there are some fun thoughts on this one that could be, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So we're heading out to the northern borough or northern bit. I don't know. Northern suburb. I don't know how to phrase it. North of New York City and hitting up Westchester SC of League One and their new Metro Blackout kit. And we do actually have a little video here from Instagram. So check it out. Once I load it up. There it is.
You can't tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. Music loud, women walk, being kicked around since I was born. I never tolerate, I don't care, and you may look the other way. But we can try to understand the New York Times are best of there. Whether you're a brother away, you're a mother, staying alive, staying alive. See the city breaking and everybody shaking, you're staying alive, staying alive.
So yeah, that was the Metro Blackout kit from Westchester SC. And one of the things that I actually learned, obviously we, as teams expand and as, we grow in as a USL, you learn more about areas. I didn't realize how close Westchester actually was to New York proper. And so when I saw this kit, my first instinct is, why do they have the New York skyline on the kit, right? And I looked at it, I'm like, it's almost a borough, but it's like north of the main boroughs, if that makes sense.
It's borough-esque.
It's borough-esque, yes. And so when I saw this, and then I looked at that, and it still made me question the usage of New York City in it. Just for the main fact, I love the New York City skyline. It's probably one of the best in the world. Is there nothing in Westchester?
Nope.
Is like, I'm looking at these photos here and I see like majestic, like small towns. I see like some nice rivers, some forestry. They have like some coal mining. They got railroads. They have some row homes. They have like their own thing there. And I think using
New York City.
It's New York City. I mean, it's, since Andy taught this on top of my head, it's like, imagine Orange County using Los Angeles skyline, and they're very different. You don't do that. And I think it still might aesthetically look decent with what they did. It's just a question that I have outside of marketing. But I want to hear your thoughts, before I continue to ramble on too much.
I mean, I agree with you to a point, especially like when it's your name.
Yes.
So like if I started a team right here where I live, like so the right city FC or whatever.
Yeah.
I might dig into the St. Louis culture a little bit for a kit, because we had a jersey day today. I'm the only one wearing Premier League. The whole school, everybody's wearing St. Louis Blues, St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
Couple Battlehawk t-shirts. Only like one City t-shirt, and that kind of threw me off. But I had a lot of kids wearing their MLS Go stuff, and that was cute.
Yeah, to quite a few teams. Yeah.
Yeah, so like they all get their own team. So like I had a Vancouver's Whitecaps, like semi jersey. So it was cute. But like so, and like if we go outside of the area, like when my wife and I first met, she says she's from St. Louis.
Yeah.
And I feel like is that similar to what happens in Westchester? Like they're like, oh, I'm from Westchester. They're like, where? They're like, New York. Like, oh,
Yeah.
cool. So
Right.
like, are they digging into that a little bit? Probably. Is this a kit that they're trying to sell to people like us and outside the area? Probably.
Or maybe to even just New Yorkers, like who
Right.
and who are proper New Yorkers. Like not that Westchester isn't, but you know what I'm saying. Uh, it's like the idea of a USL kind of wants to attach to New York City. Westchester doesn't have New York in the name. Got to
Right.
pull in that market with somehow type of marketing. Yeah.
It's okay. We have the Cosmos now.
Yep. Next year. Which, but by the way, I did a quick little search of Westchester, and here's just some iconic little things of the county of Westchester that they could have used. Maybe not to the same degree as using the New York skyline, but
That's the New York skyline.
there is something out there. You know what I mean? And again, Westchester, yeah, that's yeah. So I'll leave it at that. Just I think. Sorry, did I cut you off? Did I cut you off?
No.
Okay. So I'll just leave it at that. So outside of the New York or not used New York skyline on this kit, kind of conversation. This is better than Carolina Ascent's imaging put on.
Is that our standard now? It's like,
It
well,
is.
it's better than Carolina Ascent.
No, it's kind of like Omaha's 311 kit that we saw, the one that was like kind of made, I think, by a local artist for that local band. I think punk band, and it was. We just didn't like the vibes; it looked too graphic arty. But yeah,
Right.
Carolina's that low bar. It basically it's rising, and you got Carolina. You got two opposites of the spectrums. Both are bad.
Right.
And this falls somewhere in between Carolina and what we want in the middle, right? Line. And this inches towards it. It's a solid kit. I actually really like. I think we talked about this when their kits got released. I wanted to see a bit more design in the kits. I think there was a little bit of sublimation in the kits, but not as much.
Yeah, when you dig into the black areas at the top, and that's the
Yeah.
Westchester W's kind of going through,
Yes.
which I do appreciate and I gave credit for on my scores.
Yes.
And that's something that they've kind of done throughout their kits this season. Like I actually really like their more simple kits because they threw that in there.
Yes.
And so like it took a plain white kit and you're like, oh, it has the W's throughout. That's kind of cool.
Right.
So like I gave a lot of credit to them for doing that. And that seems like because they just released the third kit, which is this kit, maybe that's their tradition. You know what I mean? That's kind of their thing that they're going to have in there. They're going to have the W's throughout and then a design around it.
Yeah. I still prefer, I mean, as much as I like that, I do with the W's, that the W's throughout, repeated, which is fine. I just like to see what this kit does without the skyline. I think it would actually might have been maybe a little bit better. Is you see this like little paint design added to it, with the blue and the yellow kind of thrown in.
Right. It's supposed to be like not graphic, but like street paint, graffiti.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And you add a bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Creativity to a otherwise plain kit outside of that. Because I've always said before, if you have the same pattern repeated over and over, then eventually the effect dies off. Even if it's a nice little effect, it will die off to me. What's it called? Oh, the law of diminishing return. You keep using it, eventually that will die off. And
Sure.
I'd like to see, maybe in this case, stick with that little bit, that streaky paint look. Maybe throw it into like accents on the shoulders or on the sides. That's what I like to see, and I like that they attempted to do that here compared to their home and away kit, which was a little bit more standard. You know what I mean? Like what you did for home and away.
Traditional soccer, yeah.
Correct. Yeah, and that's fine if that's the route they want to go. And I will say, for a third kit, though, however,
yeah,
I like that they went with black. I don't know if I fully want them to continue using the blue and the yellow. I think it's the third kit. Have a little bit of fun, and I'm looking at Ford Madison, who we'll talk about a little bit later tonight, as an example of what to do for a third or fourth kit. You know what I mean?
Or fifth or sixth or eighth.
Right. But as Michael says, this is his favorite, Westchester kit, and I don't disagree. It's my favorite as well. I think it is the most creative out of all three that they've released.
I like this one a lot. I think it's really cool. I don't know if I could buy a Westchester kit for other reasons, but I do like this kit.
Yeah. I mean, I would vibe this as being a New York City man. I've always liked the city of New York, and I've longed to go back, and the skyline being put on it, I might have to. But, so, I'll let you go ahead and start, Fox, with how you rated this.
So again, I really did enjoy this. I think overall it's a nice looking kit. And I feel like this is something that could be sold to people outside of the area. Like, to tourists and to people maybe just trying to represent their city.
Right.
But just looking straight at it, the graphics that you're talking about, the like spray paint in the background, it's giving me too much Canva vibe. Like I could type into Canva, New York skyline, put that there, and then layer it with the spray. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the paint splashes. I've literally have done that with paint splashes. So, like, I'm a Canva guy.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm not getting paid a lot of money to make jerseys.
Actually, I don't think you're getting paid any money to make jerseys.
I'm literally making no money off of my jersey design skills.
Exactly.
That shows how good I am. But they're making money from this. So aesthetically, I feel like it's kind of a 3 for me. Like I gave it a 3 just because of how not pleasing that bottom is for me. But I love the ideas behind this. So authenticity and tradition, this is what I was talking about earlier. I love the W's that they throw in through there.
Yeah.
I love that they're trying to incorporate their area.
Yeah. Trying
to reach out, bring some people in. It's like, you know what? There's not enough soccer teams in New York. Come check us out.
Right. I get that.
We have the city on our belly, which is a weird argument to have.
Yes.
So I did give a 4 for authenticity and tradition. Visual details and execution, again, I had to go down with 3. Like, again, it's not that it's bad. It just feels like someone's really good at Canva. And I expect someone better to be doing professional kits, especially with Hummel.
Yeah.
And the innovation and impact, though, I did give it 4. Again, this is an inaugural season, and it's the third kit. They came swinging. I feel like they hit maybe a good double. You know what I mean? So it's definitely
did
not
sell
a
out,
home
by
run.
the way.
Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me. So again, overall, I do like this. I know I feel like I'm dogging it, but if you look at the scores, I did better than Brett.
Yeah, he did. And my score, you'll see where I dogged it here. So Fox's 3.5 is a good, very good 3.5 for a third kit. For me, design and aesthetics, I like the black with the blue and yellow. I think this kit did not need the skyline put on, is how I'm going to phrase it. It almost reminds me of what a third kit would look like for Boca Juniors with the blue and yellow. And that street vibe, it almost reminds me of something that I would see there. And I like that type of usually what they produce. So I think lean into the blue and yellow like prominently. And I think you would get some good stuff there from Westchester. So I like what I saw aesthetically. So I gave it a 4. When it comes to authenticity and tradition, I give it a 2. And this is being harsh, but I don't like the idea of putting in the closest city to you, essentially,
right,
like as your main focal point of what I usually want to say for authenticity tradition is your local area. Now, if they wanted to go with a local train station to New York, they want to do something there about Westchester. like it's a third kit. Go out it. They did it on, I think it was the home kit, the white one, where they actually had the bridge kind of supplemented in the background.
Yeah.
That's Westchester. They're not New York. Westchester is distinct from New York. Yes, they're in the same region, probably same what's the word? Census area, whatever you want to call it, for like statistics, same geographical area. But they're different, and your name says so. Otherwise, you would be the New York Rochester FC or SC or something. Like the New York, New Jersey Cosmos. I'm gonna keep calling them that, even though they're just a Cosmos. I'm gonna keep calling them the New York, New Jersey Cosmos.
Forever. That is their name.
Yeah. So yeah, I give it a harsh 2. I think that is just something that's weird to me.
It's a very
it doesn't sit
valid
right
point.
with me.
Like, again, I come from an area where I kind of get it, but I do agree. Like, if I'm the Wright City whatever's FC and I put a St. Louis thing on me, like, does it make sense? No.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And I just don't like that. It seems weird to me. Yeah, as Michael said, it's the North Jersey Cosmos of Paterson, New Jersey. I love that name so much.
United.
Yes, United.
United FC.
United FC. But back to this kid and back to away from the Cosmos. I'll have some fun with them here this weekend. But some visual details. I think the details on everything looks good. I just feel like it looks slightly weird to me visually, having the skyline with the paint in the background on a black kit. I think it looks a little cluttered at the bottom. But I did like, so I think that hurts the execution on my part. But the overall detailing of what was put on the kit looks great. I love the spray paint look. The W's all across. Everything else looks pretty flawless. It also is quite bottom heavy. I think that hurts a little bit of the execution.
That's why I said, like, well, we have New York on my belly. Like, it's very just belly focused.
It's pretty much a belly kit is what I'm going to call it. I'm going to, like, if you're one of the people who like to roll up their kits, so when you have tops, I don't know who would do that. You could, I guess. You would never know that there's actually a design on this. So, but I do think the innovation impacts the solid 4. This thing sold out. It was a limited edition jersey. It was a blackout. Blackout. Okay, sorry. Quick little thing. It's called a Metro Blackout, but the crest isn't blacked out. And it's not like a that Borussia Dortmund coal miners kit that they released a few years ago. It was like black on black on black, and like pretty much a blackout kit what you'd expect. Everything's black, like all across. Just saying with the naming. Anyways, with the innovation, yeah, I give it a 4. The thing sold out. It did well. And I think this is easily the best kit that they have this year. And I did like what they did with the paint strokes down below. And a better way to implement a skyline that isn't theirs, debatable, onto your kit that isn't,
I have an argument for it. From their area, they could probably see the New York skyline,
but not see the Empire State Building like this.
They could see a Empire State Building at some point, maybe. That's my argument for it.
We'll go with it. So with my 3.25 overall, Fox's 3.5, we did a solid 3.38. And in this case, Dividends, it was being sold for $95. That's just a solid kit value of $35.53. Not anything.
Bad. Kind of in the middle. Yeah.
Kind of in the middle. But if you're, obviously, if this is your vibe, this is definitely something that is worth it to you. And if it's not your vibe, pull it out to sale. Well, in this case, you wouldn't. So.
Too bad. You don't get it.
Yeah, too bad. So, yeah, this is a pretty solid attempt. I want to see more of this from Westchester and less of what they released for the home and away kits. So.
But I feel like they're listening to you. They went simple, and then they came out fun for the third kit. So
they did, which is usually all I ask for. I will take a boring home and away with a fun third kit all day. Fair. If that is like the one that I'm gonna like, you have your tradition, you have your whatever, it's an away, and then you have your bam, here's some fun. So we'll leave it at that. but it's already 23 minutes in, and we only done one hit. So and we have some bangers tonight. And so this has been the Westchester SC's Metro Blackout hit.